Yeah, hi and welcome to another little review here in Home. This time it's a Google Home, not available yet in Australia, available in the US for a fairly long time and available in the UK, which is where I picked this one up from. Basically, it costs £129 in the UK, so that's, you might as well double it and say 260 Australian dollars. But it did come with a free Chromecast, so it wasn't a bad deal. I picked up a little adapter with it, so it's just plugged in here into the kitchen. My initial feelings about it after being with it and using it for probably 5 weeks now. One, I hate saying now Google or okay Google or whatever. See there, it's listening to me now. I wish it had a name
My
rather than...
apologies.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
that's okay. I wish it had a name like Alexa, like the Amazon one. But the advantages of the Google Home at the present time, while they're not released in Australia, is you can basically turn them on and they'll work straight out of the box. Whereas with the Amazon variant of it, you have to set them up, you have to try and change different locations and so on. So I thought I'd go the easier route. Plugged it in, switched it on. As the people on the web are saying, the one thing you can't do is change where the news programs are coming from. So if, for instance, I ask for the morning headlines, it'll access the UK headlines. You can change it. I've got a technology website going in the news headlines as well, so I like hearing what's up to date and so on. The use of it primarily for me is music, is to control music. And with the Chromecast at different points in the home, that tends to work very well, although it can be spotty. Sometimes the music is playing through the Google Home and through the stereo in another room, and it'll drop off on the Google Home. I don't know why. The other thing about it is it has certain limitations on what it can do. It tells me it's listening and it's learning and so on. I have been able now to put appointments in my calendar, and it'll show up on any of my computers and my mobile phones. So that's a bit of a win. Just to give you an idea of how it works on those two key phrases. So if I say, okay, Google, news headlines.
Here's the latest news. From NPR News Summary at 9 a.m. today.
Taking a long time to
Support for
think.
this NPR podcast and the following message come
Okay,
from
Google.
Netflix or
Stop. So I'm on ADSL2, which is a bit of a slow Wi-Fi signal, but it's not too bad. Once it's up and running, it performs fairly quickly. If I say, for instance, okay, Google, play Mark Knopfler.
Sure, here's Mark Knopfler on Google Play Music.
So as you can see, it starts pretty quickly. One of the things that can be quite difficult is if you turn the volume up too loud, then it won't hear you when you want to turn it off or stop it or pause it. Controlling volume, I find the easiest is just to tell it to turn it down or turn it up. So for instance, okay Google, lower volume. Okay Google, lower volume.
Sorry, I don't understand.
There we go. Okay Google, reduce volume. And also the other way I do it from time to time is say a percentage. So if I want to drop the volume by 50%, I'll say, okay, such and such, drop the volume by 50%. Okay Okay, stop music. The other thing it's quite good for is getting phone numbers and also getting the weather. It relates to the zones that we live in. So I can say, okay Google, what's the weather in Brisbane today?
Today in Brisbane, it'll be partly cloudy, with a forecast high of 22 and a low of 11. Right now it's 16 and sunny.
Also, I can ask in case I want a phone number or I want to know the closest pharmacy, restaurant or so on. It will do that. It will give me the phone numbers and so on. So if you find that handy, terrific. As I said, this morning I tried setting events in the calendar and it did work for the first time. So maybe it is learning what I want. I don't know. Some people might get a bit freaked out, certainly some friends that come in, at the fact it's listening to you all the time. In the end, I think it's an interesting toy. I don't know whether it's something that will revolutionize any homes or whatever, but as a Bluetooth speaker, it's quite good. In the kitchen, setting alarms, very good at setting alarms to get up in the morning. Say, for instance, I want some morning music. Okay, Google, morning music.
All right, here's a Google Play music station called Coffee Shop Blend.
The interesting thing about it, when you ask for, if I say that each morning, I would like some morning music, it will go to this coffee shop blend for me. So you've got to actually add in a few different words like classical music or relaxing music or something like that. But it will be repetitive on the music it will choose for you off Google. It will link up with the Netflix and so on and YouTube, and you can ask it to play video on your Chromecast that have video capabilities and so on. So that doesn't seem to be a problem with it. As I said, the volume can get quite loud. So this is a fairly large kitchen. And if I say, and this might be the end of the video, that I want to turn it way up, you can have a listen on how loud it actually is. But in the upshot, that's a quick rundown of it. It wasn't any problem setting up in the home. Do I think once they're launched here in Australia, I'll get another one? Yes, I probably will, for the bedroom. But apart from the music part of it and maybe getting used to asking it certain questions on a regular basis, do I think it's something that I could do without or do with? Yeah, sure. It just depends on the individual. But they should be available here in Australia next couple of months. It would be good, actually. The thing I'd like to see with it is to be able to use it as a phone. Basically through Google Duo or whatever mechanism through your mobile phone, so you can actually ask it to call someone in your contacts, and you could use it as a speakerphone at all. That'd be really good, and I'm quite sure that's going to come. But anyway, I'll give you an idea of the volume that it can go up to, and end the video that way. Okay, Google, increase volume 100%.
If I tried, they'd probably be hard to find.
And I'll try to stop it now. Okay, Google, stop. And there we go. Thanks very much. Bye. Yeah, hi.